just checked into our hotel here in Bad Nauheim. Here for 2 nights with Dolce by Wyndham. So this is the room. First impressions, it's a tidy room. Somewhere to put the case and hanging room there. Is it focus? Yes. So we've already started unpacking stuff. Mirror there and bathroom, twin sinks, McDonald's, stop for coffee on the way. Nice big shower with the rainfall head. Lots of storage room here. So we started putting some of our stuff in. Spare pillows up there, and we've got a safe, robes, flip-floppy slippers. This is the main area of the room then. As seems to be the case over here, they don't seem to have the double beds in these rooms. They all seem to be the single mattresses pushed together. But never mind. It'll do. TV, more storage space, coffee, tea facilities there. No fridge, surprisingly. I thought there might be a fridge here. This I can't figure this out. It seems to be a stand for perhaps when a smaller TV used to be in the room, and it goes one way or the other, or I'm completely missing a trick and it's something completely different. But anyway, I don't think we have use of that. More storage room there, and on the table, work table with drawers. No USB points, I don't think. Bedside cabinets have got drawers as well, so there's loads of storage space if you're staying here for a while. We're only here 2 nights, so we don't quite need all that space. And then we've got a balcony, and it's got its own little privacy screen as well that we can bring up or down. So yeah, nice balcony here. Not a bad view. We're not looking at the car park, we're looking the opposite way over the little parkland in front. So yes, it's very nice. What's the time now? 5. It's 5 o'clock now. Then we said we got here about half hour, 45 minutes. So we'll stroll into the town in a moment, just get a bit of bearings and perhaps look for somewhere to eat this evening. Not sure if I'll we'll probably stop at the Hotel Grunewald where Elvis lived for a while here in Germany, because it's at the end of this property, just as the entrance to it, so we'll probably stop there. So if I get a couple of sites done out of the way today, save time tomorrow, I will. Nice little seating area for the lift lobby.
Sorry?
Nice little seating area just at the lift lobby. Frühstück. That's the restaurant and bar. Big reception area. Little shop for convenience goods. And I guess the spa and gym are downstairs. Yes, they are. We just saw the sign in the lift. Huh?
There we are. So we're over there.
Oh yes, because I pulled the privacy shade thing down. Yeah, Frühstück's breakfast. Frühstück. I saw the sign inside there.
That's a nice little area.
Nice little bar and restaurant, isn't it? This waterfall, which I'm sure is very pretty when it works. And pool. Car park just up in there. That's our Yellow Peril rental. And this is the front of the hotel, but we're on the other side overlooking the park, which I think is the... Well, it's not a bad view this side, to be fair. It's still a woodland area. I saw the Ben and Jerry's there.
Strawberry cheesecake.
Strawberry cheesecake.
Yeah, they've got cocky dough and what have you, but I don't like that. You might. Strawberry cheesecake. Hmm?
Okay. How do we get out of here? Have we got to go all the way around the car park, or is there a shortcut through?
Oh, I don't know. Don't look like.
Yes, I was just going to say, you're fascinated by these trees.
Funny trees.
They're very prevalent in Germany, not that much, they're all over the place.
Funny trees.
So there's a theatre as well. It's a theatre as well here.
Yeah, very similar.
So we come out of our hotel and right on the edge of the property there, that building. There you can see the corner overhead is the Hotel Grunewald, where Elvis lived. Well, October 58th to February 3rd, 1959, when they were politely asked to leave because of the noise. Apparently, like playing the music loud and such like. But Elvis had the whole top floor for him, his father, Vernon, his grandmother, Minnie May, and his two bodyguards, Red West and Lamar Fike. They had the top floor there, and Elvis's room apparently is the one in the corner there. I tried to stay there, but it's fully booked, so never mind. So this is Elvis Presley Platz. Go and have a look at the sign here. Elvis Aaron Presley, 8th of January 1935, 16th of August 1977. Was here from 1st of October 1958 until 2nd of March 1960 as a soldier at Ray Barracks in Friedberg's Friedberg base. I'm guessing all this just from the dates, that's what common sense says it says. In Bad Nauheim, he stayed in Hilberts Park Hotel and then Hotel Grunewald until moving to Strasse 14. That's a complete guess, but you get the gist. That's more or less it in a nutshell anyway. And the same on that side. Another street sign there, Elvis Presley Platz. And then across the road is Hotel Grunewald with a historic marker here. Oh, around 1850 that picture was. That was a few years before Elvis stayed there. Terrasse and Strasse. Just to translate on that. Let's try again. Strasse was laid out in the 1850s as a connecting road to the Jailhouse Spa building. Its attractive location directly adjacent to the Kur Park, Spa Park and Parkstrasse quickly made it an important address. On the property at Terrassenstrasse 2, the spa physician Isidor Grudel built his sanatorium, where even Empress Auguste Victoria took the waters. The Hotel Grunewald was the home of the King of Rock and Roll, Elvis Presley, for several months in 1958-59. Thank you, Google Translate. Okay, and this is Elvis Aaron Presley, the King of Rock and Roll. Right, Mr. Translate again. King of Rock and Roll lived during his military service, 1958 to 1960 in Bad Nauheim. Still get lots of visitors, obviously. It's still popular because the hotel was full when I tried to book it. Well, the room was full.
Just check it in now.
It's got Moose Den, don't it? From the well done.
I don't know who that is. 100 years.
100 years, Frank. Interesting guest.
Don't know.
Is he the sculptor? Is he the one? Yeah.
Maybe.
Have to check on that. Elvis Presley, Bad Nauheim, Friedberg. There's the room that you can stay in, room 10, which was Elvis's room on the top floor. But it is fully booked at the moment, today and tomorrow. And that's Elvis down by the church, down in just a bit further into the town there, which we'll be going down to. Lots of Elvis events, look at it, Elvis newsletter. Oh, it is relatively current, January 26th, so I don't know if it's a quarterly magazine, quarterly newsletter perhaps. And tourist information down by the Elvis pedestrian crossing. We'll have a look at that as well. So here's the Grunewald. So I believe that is Elvis's room in the corner. This is the lobby of the Grunewald, and there's a few Elvis pictures around. And a picture, I assume, in the hotel somewhere. Under the stairs, it looks like.
Two coffee?
Please.
Normal coffee or cappuccino?
Oh,
Two latte
latte
macchiato.
Latte macchiato?
Please. So, more photos of Elvis in the hotel. So the hotel's over there, and Hotel Grunewald. There seems to be, oh, it's funky. Part of the newer shops and stuff. This isn't the old town. It's not new by any means, but I don't think this is the old traditional looking German old town. Because most of the Elvis sites in Bad Nauheim within walking distance are down this end. So we'll do some this evening and we'll do some tomorrow when we get back from our little spin for locations further out. When Elvis first came into Bad Nauheim, he stayed at the Hilberts Park Hotel, which is where that red building is. down there now. The Hilberts Park was pulled down. Yes, this red building was the site of the Hilberts Park Hotel. After Elvis moved his father Vernon, grandmother Minnie May, bodyguard Lamar Fike and Red West, they moved them over to Germany. They stayed in Bad Nauheim for the first weekend before moving to the Hilberts Park Hotel here in Bad Nauheim, only for a short period. And Elvis and his entourage moved out on the 27th of October, moved into Hotel Grunewald, just a bit further up around the corner through the park there. But right next to the Hilberts Park Hotel is this church. It's the Thanksgiving church. This is the Dankeskirche church. Right next to where the Hilberts Park Hotel used to be. In March '59, Don Cravens, a Life magazine photographer who was also freelance, came over at Colonel Tom Parker's suggestion to spend some time with Elvis and take some proper photos of Elvis in uniform, as there'd been so many candid photos of Elvis. He'd moved to 14 Gotha Strasse by then, and there's been so many candid photos of Elvis about that Colonel Tom Parker wanted some more professional looking pictures. So there's lots of pictures that were taken by Don Cravens around Bad Nauheim, so we'll cover off some of those, but one of them was outside the church here, where Elvis was walking past here, and it happened to be horse-drawn carriages here that Elvis had photos taken with, and there was also a local man walking his Alsatian dog. Elvis stopped to pet the animal, the dog, and Don Cravens snapped a few photos of that as well. Yeah, some horse-drawn carriages outside here. So Elvis stopped to pet the horses, and there's a couple of pictures of Elvis petting the horse. There's one here, picture here, and you can see the top of the church building there, with Elvis was standing somewhere around here. To get that picture with that in the background there, on the tower, the spire, sorry, the spire you can just see to the left of the photo there. Yeah, so that's where Elvis. But there were a couple of photos here they took with the horses, and with a local man who was walking his Alsatian dog, and there's a few photos of Elvis petting the dog as well, so they're all online. So leaving the church and the site of Hilberts Park Hotel behind, and just walking down this way down.
See me at the moment.
Oh, there you are. Just walking down adjacent with Parkstrasse, I think that is the main road there, down to one of the bridges where Elvis had his photo taken. Actually, we go to the bridge where the Elvis sculpture is, to sculpture reenacting one of the photos that Elvis had taken by Don Cravens. There's the photo of Elvis on the bridge, and here's the sculpture to reenact that photo. That's a good one, isn't it? To be fair, that is a good statue. Got his tank medals on. Oh, and his stripe, private first class. Well, I think it is. I think it's private first class in America. Of course, it's Lance Corporal with British, and I think it's private first class is the stripe. Well, if you compare it with the photo, it's very good, and you can see another bridge up in the distance there. It's, the trees have grown over quite a bit since, but he did have his picture taken on that bridge as well. We'll go up there, but apparently the traffic was too noisy, so no, the traffic couldn't be too enough for a picture. Perhaps it was just a bit too busy with people going past and traffic, so they moved down to this bridge, so you can see the bridge through the trees up there. Yes.
Is that in English?
Yeah, what's it say? Elvis Presley was stationed in Friedberg as a soldier from October 58 to March 1960. During this time he lived in Bad Nauheim. The famous photograph taken on the bridge here in the spring of 1959 served as the model for the bronze statue. The concept and design of the bronze were financed by donations from Elvis fans worldwide. Sir Michael Vesselman from Bochum donated the costs for the casting. This is a project by fans for fans with the support of the city of Bad Nauheim in memory of Elvis Presley. Yeah, that's cool. So over the other side is a bench. An Elvis bench by the look of it. So there's a lot, seems to be a lot more greenery about them when...
But it would be when it's a long time ago.
Well, there was a long time ago now. And the love locks about here. Is this to perhaps keep them off the bridge? They are traditionally on a bridge, so it might be that this was put here to discourage them from actually putting them all over the railings on this bridge that Elvis is on. And the sign on the bridge says guided tours always on the 4th Saturday of the month. Well, today is Monday. I couldn't think what day it was then. So there's the apt bench. There's always somebody having their photo taken with the Elvis statue. This is just a different bridge that Elvis had his photo taken at March 59 with Don Cravens, the photographer, the side of the bank here, but it was a bit too busy with people and traffic going past, so that's why they moved down to the other bridge where that sculpture now is. So this photo was taken just about here, and easy way to match a photo up is the two holes, those two holes there, two on top of each other and then one slightly to the side. So you can see in this picture of Elvis, you can see the two holes again. Is it going to focus? There you go. There you go. And you can see the bridge behind with the traffic on it. And there you go. So Elvis was at this bridge having his photo taken by Don Cravens as well in March 1959. So that second picture was on that bridge there with Elvis at his back to where we are now. So we're on the main Parkstrasse, going across the other bridge, and just down by here is special pedestrian crossing. at the lights. I'm gonna dice with death now and go on the road when it's a break in traffic. Yeah. So we're on red. And there's Elvis, and then we got a yeah.
Where are we going to go?
Over here, come on.
Oh, you just cross it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just cross it.
No.
Oh, okay.
And there's the green Elvis. Back to red.
Sorry. I thought you actually had that.
No, I just wanted the Elvis lights in Bad Nauheim.
Just bikes. Wow.
Chargers for e-bikes. That's something. Well, I've never seen that before on a solar-powered bench. Oh, you can see Elvis in the window then. What was that? Oh, this is the information shop, is it?
Elvis Festival.
Elvis socks.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah, some Elvis stuff, yes. Yeah, there's a few Elvis things in there, so we'll call in there tomorrow. 11, is it?
Yeah, 11 to April to October.
What's that? At the top?
Saturday, Monday to Friday, 10 till
10
6.
till 6.
Monday through Friday, yeah.
Oh, I'm long shot then.
Oh yeah, we'll go there tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Elvis bus stop. And lyrics from Jailhouse Rock. Just have a little Elvis touch in Bad Nauheim. Well, that was more luck than judgment, just walking through the town. There's a couple of photos of Elvis. Photo of Bad Nauheim press photographer, is it? Horst Schuster?
1st October in Friedberg.
1st October in Friedberg, the day of arrival. The European Army home of Elvis. On 2nd of March 1960, Elvis went home basically, didn't he? So that's the press conference up there. Yeah, so there's more luck than judgment just down this random street in the town. So I don't know if there's any significance with that building. It's not one I'm aware of, to be honest, unless that was the press office of that photographer who took the photo, maybe.
Does he have a name?
Yeah, number 19 it is anyway. So